Okay, so we got our sink, we got our parts. Now we got to start putting it together. Now, as you can see, our sink comes with 3 little drains, and it also comes with legs. Now, our legs have this little plastic tip at the end. You're going to remove this plastic tip because you're going to use the wheels, these 5-inch wheels that we bought, these casters, to make it so we can move this around. So in order to get this plastic little deal off, it's pretty simple. It's just pressed in here like so, and all you need to do is take a broom or some sort of piece of wood, stick it up inside of here, slam this down, take this little plastic thing off, do it on all 4 of them. Also, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut this down. Remember, these 5-inch wheels are going to add 6 inches to these legs, which means it's going to bring it up 6 inches higher. I made these legs 16 1/2 inches long. You might want to do at a minimum 16 1/2 inches long, maybe 17 inches, but don't do it less than 16 1/2. Whatever size you decide you like, go ahead and do it. But try and make it a minimum of 16 1/2 inches long, because when we attach that heater unit to the side, we're going to need a certain distance between the bottom of the sink over here and the heater, because heat's coming out the top. Alright, so it's pretty simple to cut these things down too. I got this this hacksaw and this little miter box. I think this hacksaw cost me $5, and a miter box, and this cuts pretty easy. So I just put this on my workbench. I marked off 16 1/2 inches. If you decide 17 or 17 1/2, just make sure they're all the same length. And after you've measured them, cut them. It's a super fast, easy cut. You know, you put this on your work table or wherever you're working. Just run the hacksaw across it, and like I said, this cut's pretty easy. But make sure they're all the same. Okay? Measure twice, cut once. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install these drains. The sink that you purchase comes with drains, and it's a very simple installation. You're going to have 3 on your 3-compartment sink, and of course you're going to have 1 drain on your hand washing sink. So it consists of these parts right here. You've got a rubber gasket, and it looks like a regular gasket that comes together. What I did was I put the regular gasket, it's like a white-gray gasket, on the top here. Then I put the rubber gasket underneath it, just like so. Alright? So, put gasket number 1 right here, gasket number 2. If you want, you don't need to do that. You can split these up, but I didn't. I put them on top of each other. You could put 1 here, then 1 underneath the sink, and use it for going on right here. But I chose to do 1 on top of the other. Okay? So, this is what we're going to do. You take your sink, your drain, you stick it in the bottom here. Take the little part that screws in there. There's a flat surface that's going to meet the bottom of the sink. Now what you're going to want to do is you want to look inside the sink to make sure that everything is lined up. You'll see how it's supposed to line up in the inside of the sink. Once you've figured out how it lines up, you just hold it in spot and put it down by hand. Pretty simple. Just hand tight. Take a look at it. See that it looks just like how you want. Then you're going to get out your channel locks here. There's a little adapter on here. Then you tighten it down with your channel locks. Doesn't have to be too tight, just firm enough to make that rubber gasket kind of crush on the inside in here. that's it. All right, so that's how you install your little your drains there. You're going to do all 3 of these, and of course you're going to do the one on your hand washing sink. Then when you're all done there, the next thing we're going to do is the legs. So we talked about cutting the legs down to the desired height. So next step is putting together the legs. All right. So we've cut our leg to the desired width. For me, it was 16.5 inches. Next thing I do is I take my caster wheels. These are adjustable. The reason you purchase the adjustable ones is this is going to go inside the diameter of this. And make sure you put, not the part that you cut. The part that you cut, meaning I got my hacksaw, I brought this down 4 or 5, whatever inches you decided to go. Like I said, don't go less than 16.5. You're going to want the side that you cut up inside here. Okay, you're going to want that part inside your sink. So, you take your caster wheel, you stick it up inside there. You see that there's room to play, so you adjust it. And it has an adjustment here. You bring it down, kind of like hand tight. See if it still fits up inside. Okay, if it still fits up inside, you need to tighten it a little bit more. So get out your little crescent wrench and adjust it so that when you stick it up inside there, it kind of grabs a little bit. And I'm not sure that's tight enough, but we'll find out right now. No, not yet. So what I need to do is just turn it like just a little bit more. So I'm going to hold this top, this metal part right up here. Give it another little turn there. And what that does is it kind of squishes this rubber down a little bit, which forces this to become just a little bit wider. Almost perfect. You have to do it a couple of times. I think that might be it. So now I stick my crescent on this and I start turning to see if I could cause it to come down a little bit more. And there we go. I can feel it grabbing now. So I hold the caster. And then turn. Good. Now as I turn it, I can feel it getting tighter inside of there. And the whole goal is the wheel not falling off. So you tighten it hard enough to where the wheel's not going to fall off. You don't want to be moving your sink and have your wheel come off. So I don't think it's going to go much tighter. Oh, there we go. Got a good turn. Alright, so you're going to do that to all 4 of your wheels. Once you're done with all 4 of them, all 4 of your wheels and your legs. Once all 4 of your legs and your wheels are ready to go, you're going to go ahead and you're going to install your legs. So, next step, installing the legs. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the caster wheels and the legs on, and we're going to do it simply by tightening the little Allen wrench and the little Allen screw that comes with this. Don't over tighten this. You don't want to strip it. The goal is just for it to hold it in place, not too firm. So, stick it all the way in until it's all the way flush. Then put your Allen wrench on there and turn it until it snugs it down. Like I said, don't over tighten it. Just put it on to where it's firm, yet you don't want to be cranking it super hard. Just maybe like 10 pounds of torque or something. So simple. Do it just like that. Do it 4 times. Next thing you know, you'll have all 4 legs on. After that, we'll move on to the next step.